Good evening, folks. Julie here. I wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you tonight. I do child advocacy, and I wanted to take a few minutes for you to talk about our children. We live in a very dark world right now, and I want you to remember something. Our children are being desensitized. I want you to hear this. They're playing violent video games. They spend more time on the computer or on a video game on their phone than they do with their parents. And you know what? There are children that are just wanting their parents' attention so bad, but you're too busy to stop a minute and see this. And you know what? They get miserable. They get depressed. And then they get in situations they don't know how to get out of. And they don't know how to tell you because they don't want to disappoint you. I see so many children. I've had so many cases over 10 years, going on 11 years now, of being a guardian ad litem. These children who did nothing wrong, that got taken away from their parents because their parents did stupid things. Folks, come on. Your kids have to be more important than the things of this world. There is nothing more traumatic for a child than being removed from his parents, because that child will love that parent no matter what they do. The child doesn't know that his life is different than everybody else's. He doesn't know that Dad's not supposed to hit me, that those drugs could kill him, that, oh, let me try that pill laying there. Kid doesn't know what the pill is. He takes the pill, he dies. These are things that happen, folks. And we have to wake up. Is your selfishness more important than your child? And then there are parents that do everything right. Everything. I've seen parents that I don't feel like they did anything wrong to have their children taken away. But it happens. The system's broken. And unless we stand together as a country, we're more worried about kids that are coming over that border. And I feel sorry for them that their parents drug them through that. But we've got children hurting here too, and we have to take care of them. What's happening at the border is awful. You know why? Because some of them children are being trafficked. They put a name on them. This is my family. We don't vet them people. We just send them kids to them, and it could be a trafficker. We've got to stand up, folks. We've got to make this world right. Let me tell you, so many times, so many cases, I think that every child that is removed from a home should be offered counseling. That should be the basic first thing that a child should get, because the most dramatic thing you can do is remove them from their families. A lot of kids get no counseling at all. As an advocate, I've tried sometimes to get counseling for kids. It's a very hard thing to do. Counseling costs money. Medicaid does not pay that much to get a decent therapist, counselor, whatever you want to call it. Because a lot of my foster family said, yeah, the ones they get are a joke. The ones they get don't care. So we have to stand up and we have to take a stand. What do? Write your people in Congress and Senate. Write them. Write every politician you know. Write the president. I don't think you'd understand what you're saying, but write him. You still have to pray for him even if you don't like him, folks. I didn't like the last one either. Right now, we don't have any choices at all that are very good. It is what it is. Left is too left and right is too right. We just can't meet in the middle, can we? And I shouldn't say anything political, because political gets you nothing in trouble. And they'll probably delete this video, so I'm going to shut my mouth. But we have to start standing up for our children. Because we are the only thing that's stopping somebody from harming them. And if we are not sober and aware, your child can be gone in a minute. And then there's nothing you can do to bring them back. Does this all sound harsh? Yes, it does. But children are disappearing every day. Do you know that the highest percentage of children that are trafficked are foster children? They feel that nobody loves them. They were taken away from everything they're known. And my parents must hate me because they let us get into this mess anyways. So how do we fix the problem? There's no easy answer. I don't even know the answer. But we have to stand up and do something. So if you have ideas on how we can just help the children, you know, I want to use a video platform. And the reason that I want to do child advocacy on my YouTube is I want to educate people. People just aren't even aware. They aren't aware. Do you know, where do these kids get ideas to shoot everybody up in the first place? A movie, a video game, something like that? They see it every day. I've heard kids say, I don't care. They're desensitized. They have no feeling about anything. And a lot of them are hopeless. They're hopeless. I can't talk to my parents. They wouldn't understand. They have their own problems. Always let your children know you want them to talk to them no matter what, and don't put them off. Listen to them. Because it would be terrible one day if all of a sudden your child's gone. You know, every day on the news you hear about a child who's disappeared, a child who's taken, a child whose family did awful things, left the drugs out where they could get them, sold them for trafficking, beat them mercifully. You hear these stories every single day on the news. Just look at the news every single day. Somewhere on some news channel, a child has been harmed, a child has been killed, something's happened, a child has been trafficked. This is the world we live in. And unless we do something about it and educate ourselves and try to figure out ways to help, then we're not going to win. And the children need us to win. So every community has organizations to help. Okay? I'm in an organization here called Guardian Ad Litem, GAL for short. It's also known in other states as CASA. It's a child advocate, child special advocate. There's organizations like that. There's Big Brothers, and Big Sisters. There's so many different things. Check in your community and see. Go through your church. Do anything you can to help. Because we've got to stand up for the children. And there's so much more in my mind and I can't. This is always my problem. There's so many things I want to say and I can't think of the right way. And I got to pray, God, please give me the wisdom to say the things that I need to say to help us help children. And the one thing I can say to you is please watch your children on devices. Monitor their apps daily. Children are losing their lives. If you notice your child is getting all these gifts, has a new phone, has something, has money that you don't know where it came from, this is how they're trafficking them. And you know what they do? Then they blackmail them. I gave you this, and if you don't come do this for me, I'm going to tell your parents. I'm going to kill your parents. I'm going to do this. This is what they hear. This is how they get lost, and this is how they're trafficked. We have a bunch of sick people out there that prey on these children, folks. And we've got to keep our eyes open. You've got to. Okay? I know this is a totally off joint. This probably makes no sense whatsoever, but I wanted to speak on it. So that's it for tonight because I'm rambling and I don't know why. Usually I have something written up on paper and I don't tonight. I just felt like I needed to get on here and say we've got to stand up for the children. Please stand up for the children. If we keep on, we're going to have atrocious things happen like what's happening in other countries. We already have bad enough things happen here. Folks, guard your children. Love your children. We don't know what tomorrow holds. I hope you all have a blessed night. Thank you. Bye-bye.